Life isn't what you intend to do, it's what you repeatedly choose to do again and again, especially when your motivation is low. It's what you choose to default to and what is repetitive without you actually thinking about it. Let's get into why. See, the main point is to focus on becoming a new version of yourself, and that's going to require to shift your self-image and your identity, almost connecting with the part of you that is automatic and not always in conscious thinking mode, because that version of ourselves, while very powerful and useful, can become distracted. But the part of us that is on the subconscious, that is our default mode, that's where real transformation lies. And that's the type of consciousness we want to target when building momentum. See, something I'm learning from filming every day is that one video doesn't change your life. One workout won't change your body, and one healthy meal won't completely change your health. Being productive in and of itself, one and done, does not change your future or your life, but it is the daily action of showing up again and again that really does. And that it impacts what we just talked about with the self-image, the identity, and even your subconscious. So I'm finding that filming every day is allowing me to return to the version of myself that I want to become, and slowly, step by step, day by day, as I choose to show up for myself, I'm leaving behind that older version of myself, or leaving it to rest, because I do believe in tying loose ends, and you want to come to peace with who you've been, what you've decided, by taking the lessons from what you've learned through all those experiences. I think that's the number one way you can honor your past, is by acknowledging it for what it was and taking time to see what you can learn from it and apply that to the present, and in turn it influences a better future. So habits are voting for your future self. Basically, what you choose to do with your habits is your vote for who you're becoming. And every time I'm recording, I find that even if the video is average, even if it's not something spectacular, I'm casting a vote into becoming this new version of myself, the man that shows up and keeps his promises. I'm showing up and voting with my actions to become the person that I've chosen to become. Every time that I skip, delay, or overthink, that's casting a vote in the opposite direction. But we're not doing that there. And we're not doing that on this channel. We're focusing on progress. Now, repetition removes a lot of the complications and negative feedback in our own lives, especially when you choose the repetition moving in the positive direction. That sounds like common sense, but it's important to understand. We talked about this in a previous video, where momentum starts to make things easier. It's not always going to feel heavy or complicated or even a big task, because when it starts to become your identity, it really starts to shift the momentum, and it really starts to compound, and things just become a whole lot easier because you have to think about it less. At first, when I started recording, I didn't feel ready, and I felt like I didn't want to do it. Like my feelings were just, no, relax or take the easy route. But now, as I'm continuing on this journey of filming every day, filming doesn't feel like a big event. It doesn't feel huge. It doesn't feel like some big decision. Same thing with going to the gym or studying to continue to build my skills. It no longer feels like a battle, because as I'm gaining more reps, it's becoming less dramatic, it's becoming less complicated, and I find myself starting to ask, is this who I am now? Is this what I do? And the answer is yes. And I hope the same will go for you. As you start to choose your transformation actions and continue to do them every day, you're going to stop asking yourself, do I feel like it? Instead, you're going to ask, when do I do it again? And that's going to create a shift that is going to go deeper than surface level. Now, I'm also finding that my self-image, it needs evidence. Just like we have given ourselves plenty of evidence in the contrary, or plenty of evidence that, insert topic, but let's just say as an example, I'm not healthy, or some people might say I'm lazy, or I don't eat healthy. Whatever script you're running for yourself, that is going to be your current evidence to your self-image. We're looking to replace that with new evidence. And so you can't just think your way into confidence, as we mentioned before. Your mind needs receipts, so to speak. It needs the visual, the experience of you showing up for yourself and your goals, even when you don't feel like it, even when you don't feel ready, when it's inconvenient, uncomfortable, or it feels boring. That is going to show your own subconscious, your own nervous system, that you are serious, and that is going to contribute to this shift in identity and really allowing you to become your best version. Now, the boring reps are what creates the biggest breakthrough. I'm finding that even when I don't feel like it, even if I think the video is not going to perform, I'm still choosing to show up. I'm still choosing to be this new version of myself. And I hope this can create some inspiration for you, the viewer, when in whatever endeavor that you're choosing for yourself in your transformational journey. If I can show up day by day, you can too. Now, it is important to know most people quit because the early reps, they don't feel like anything is happening. There's no applause, no results, no obvious transformation, no $1 million paycheck. And that can be discouraging, especially in a society and culture where instant gratification is not only preferred, it's rewarded, it's expected. But sometimes we need to take a step back and realize, just like the trees that are growing outside, you can't force something to grow faster than what it's naturally meant to. And that goes the same for our own transformation. A lot of times, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take consistent reps over an extended period of time. And that might sound discouraging, but I'll tell you this. Some of the best things in life are not only free, but they take a good amount of time to manifest and to become a part of reality. So don't be discouraged when you're first starting out if you feel like nothing's really changing, because that's not the point. We're not doing this to create massive transformation overnight. We're doing this to build a new identity and to get the reps in and to develop the habit of showing up consistently, daily, despite how you feel, because that's going to develop a form of self-discipline, and that's going to allow you to see and give yourself evidence that you're someone who can rely on yourself, and you're someone that others can rely on as well. Now, this is important because if you're trying to change your life, I don't want you to obsess over one perfect action or even your mistakes. See those as learning opportunities, because it's more important that you do show up. It's more important that you ask yourself, what is it that I can do long enough that it'll change me for the better? It'll change my life and move my future forward. That's what we want to focus on. If you're in sports, maybe it's practicing your three-point shot. Maybe it is getting the extra laps in the pool. Maybe it's doing the extra mile. If you're in business, maybe it's making that extra outbound call, or looking into new sources for leads, or maybe it is even reaching out to your clients to do a follow-up and see where are the new opportunities that you can help them and provide more value. There's multiple examples here, but the point being is we have to find out for ourselves what it is that's going to make the biggest impact, but it has to be a simple action that we can repeat daily. Now, for me, that's filming every day, not because every video will be great, not because every video will get views, but because I want to become the man who creates. I want to become the man who speaks and builds and keeps his own promises. Now, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, I don't want to be the same person with the same excuses. I want evidence, I want proof, and I want the confidence that only comes by keeping promises when nobody else is watching. Because I'll let you know one thing. Even when you think no one is watching, there always is someone watching. It's you. You watch yourself. And so the point being of this video is to give yourself that evidence that you're serious about your transformation, and you'll start to see yourself give you that extra reinforcement, that extra encouragement to continue. So you don't become who you imagine. You become who you repeatedly choose to be each and every day. I hope that's insightful, and if you found some value in this video, feel free to subscribe and leave a comment below. Much love and many blessings, and as always, good things to you and yours. I'll catch you in the next video.